So guys, today I'm back with some first impressions on Roja Dove perfumes, and I'm really excited to discover his fragrances for the first time in my life because they're known for absolutely luxurious quality. So here I have a package with some samples, and if you would like to find out how I feel about them, then make sure to keep on watching. But before we get started, I would like to ask those of you who are here for the first time to subscribe to my channel right now, click that notification bell so you won't miss any of my new videos, and don't forget to give this one a huge thumbs up. And once you're done with that, we can get started. So hello and welcome everyone. Today we are gonna check out Roja Dove perfumes, and my first impressions are always spontaneous and I haven't unboxed anything yet, so here are the samples and I don't know what to expect. These are just perfumes that I got to test, and I already love these very generous sizes. Oh my goodness, there are so many perfumes. Let's dive right into it. But before I begin, I would like to know if you have any experience with Roja Dove fragrances. So I suppose these are travel sprays, and you know, his collection is huge, and Roja Dove is known for absolutely luxurious niche quality. The bottles are masterpieces, you know, with all the gemstones. They look really fabulous. So I would love to know if you have any favorites from his line, and I'm just getting started with the first one that I grabbed randomly, and it is called, where's the name, Britannia perfume. So let me spray it on. I obviously have no idea what's in there, so these are just gonna be my first impressions and first reaction. So this is Britannia, and the brand is from Britain as well. This is a little bit sweet and very powdery scent. I smell flowers for sure, maybe like sweet rose and violet. It smells rather feminine to me, and I get like a lipstick scent maybe. There is something peachy, violet-y, powdery, lipsticky, sweet going on. Probably some iris, vanilla. I really like it. It's surely in the boudoir style, and I love fragrances like that are powdery, slightly sweet. This is really pleasant right away. A huge favorite. But let's check out what else is in there. So I will put this on the side of favorites. And now I wanna dive into the black bottle. So this is, I can't find the scent, but it says that I hope you enjoy wearing this precious scent as much as I did creating it, and that sounds great. This is the box. Very nice presentation, and we have Nuva perfume, which obviously I've never smelled, so here we go. This goes on this side, and it's another powdery, but this time oriental, even a little bit boozy, which I like scent, because as you know, alcoholic fragrances are really right up my alley, but there is also something fresh in the background, like a flower, maybe lily of the valley or something, with something green, something soapy. I'm not sure if there are any aldehydes in there, but something like that, you know, very uplifting, very ladylike. Once again, it's on the feminine side, rosy, but like soapy rosy. This is very interesting, different though from the previous one, which was definitely on this fruity lipstick, even vintage style, and this is like a soapy, clean, and at the same time powdery rose. Wow, this is really nice. I think that rose actually dominates in here, and it has very interesting boozy oriental background, although the fragrance itself is rather fresh. So wow, this is another favorite. Okay, so far I'm really enjoying exploring the range. But both of them are very different, and I think that Nuva is a little bit more me. The rose in here is really beautiful. Reminds me of something. I think of a living rose in a garden. Like that. And the next one I got here is the one I've been excited about the most, which is one of Roja Dove's most popular perfumes, and you can guess what it is. Sweetie Oud, of course. Maybe you know it, so please let me know what do you think about it, because I've heard amazing things about this one. So let me spray some on, and I have no idea what to expect from it. And I can tell you that it's oud, but it's oud with chocolate or oud with... I first thought about mushroom or something earthy and rooty and mushroomy. I know that there are spices in there. Maybe it's actually cardamom with oud. Funny, there was like a sweet note for a second, but now it's gone. Wow, I thought it's gonna be much sweeter than it ended up being. It's actually quite aromatic, smoky, dark oud with some woody notes, with maybe something sappy. Not that sweet anymore. I smell cardamom. Reminds me maybe of Turkish tea. I don't know why I'm thinking of that, but this is the impression I got from the fragrance, which is actually pretty nice, but definitely different from two previous ones, which were absolutely me, powdery, feminine, really nice, and this one has like this power and darkness and smoke to it. Wow, this is very, very interesting. I will leave it right in the middle because it's not like my top favorite so far, but I'm excited for its dry down. And for now, let's move on to the next one, which is called A Goodnight Kiss. So I know that there are some fans of this one because it comes in a very, very beautiful bottle, like all Roja Dove perfumes, and I hope that it's gonna be, you know, this type of a very delicate powdery scent, because those are my favorites. Wow, and right away I can tell you it smells of powder. Yeah, so when the first one was like a lipstick, this is rather powder with a lot of floral notes, with a lot of muskiness, with some woods, and there is something bitey in there. I don't know what it is, but it smells slightly vintage. So this is one of those fragrances I would recommend for those people who prefer mature scents. Whew, this is actually a pretty heavy powder. This is very exciting. I think my mom will love it. So I will put it to my top favorites. Actually, I'm really glad the majority of these are powdery. And there are similarities, like maybe some heliotrope peachiness, you know, that makes me think of cosmetic products. But at the same time, you know, they play on different nuances of powdery elements. And all fragrances are very different. Wow, this is so cool. Wow, I have so many powdery perfumes now in my collection that I will be wearing and testing. So let me know if you would like to hear an update after these first impressions, because of course they're spontaneous. I'm not always checking the notes, although I know that in this Goodnight Kiss there is heliotrope, there are many flowers, peach, orris, vanilla, patchouli, and musk, and I get all of them, but it smells, you know, like you have some plans for the night and not sleeping. So with that being said, let's move on to something black and actually masculine, because this is Enigma per Homme Perfume Cologne, and although it's rather for men, I'm still excited about it because I know that many people like it. And now I know why. So right away it reminds me of some girly fragrance, you know, like they have these L'Homme Ideal, if I'm not wrong, and there is something warm, woody, spicy. This is exactly how it smells. I get tobacco, I get vanilla, I get warm woods, I get something like cardamom. Wow, this is... Although masculine, I could easily wear it, so there is something exciting waiting for Benny now when he comes home, because I would love to smell it on him, especially during the night time, you know, because I prefer warmer perfumes when it's dark or cold outside, which is exactly the case with our weather at the moment. So I like how spicy and woody it is, you know, it's not too sweet, but at the same time there is just a hint of something cozy in the background that really softens maybe quite harsh notes. Wow, very, very different from all the floral, powdery, cosmetic-y perfumes we've tried out previously, and I like this change, especially the tobacco element in there that brings in, you know, this sexy element. And with that being said, this is the last travel spray before we dive right into the Discovery collection, which is called Tiamo, and I really like its name. I loved the notes when I chose it, so I definitely have some high hopes for this specific one. And as you can tell, the juice is darker than the rest. Ooh, this is interesting because it smells like alcohol right now and it smells like a lot, so I don't know how to define it, but I smell something green in there, although the fragrance I feel is gonna be warm, sweet, but there is something like galbanum or patchouli that makes it green and very, very old-fashioned, vintage smelling, but in a nice way. So I'm reminded of some fragrances that I smelled in my childhood. Wow, there is also chocolate. Chocolate with galbanum, I've never smelled that combination. Very, very interesting. And it's very complex, so I smell so much in there. I don't know, this is probably my most interesting discovery so far because the rest I liked very much, but this I can't really break down into the notes, although I smelled the chocolate, I smelled, you know, the galbanum, the green notes, but wow, 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 wow. This is definitely for those who have some education in perfumery. Okay, this is not an easy fragrance. This is something really interesting, something that might smell differently every time because I just smell the complexity in there that is hard to describe. It's just like a very luxurious, very niche smelling fragrance. And wow, I'm really fascinated with it, but yeah, so far I loved everything, probably because the majority of fragrances was powdery. But now it's time to dive right into the Discovery set, and there are more of these lovely fragrances, so I am just like anticipating, you know, because so far I've loved everything, so maybe there is going to be something that's not right up my alley, but I can already see that I love the DNA of this brand that for some strange reason I've never tested before, so I'm very, very glad about this opportunity. And this one is called Elixir, so I think it's another popular one from the collection, and this is Essence Elixir. Wow, it smells really fruity, it smells playful, it smells of raspberries, and yeah, just light spring flowers, but also with this nice pomade background. Wow, this one I think will be loved by a lot of people. So far, it's the most modern smelling one, and I like it for that. I think I could wear it on the everyday basis. It's a very, very pleasant perfume, you know, just when you don't really want to think much. Yeah, because of the play of different fruity notes and very, very light, fresh floral breeziness, I think it would be a great everyday type of perfume. And I'm hating that I'm loving everything so far, but probably this brand really deserves its you know, love that it's known for worldwide, because this is truly one of the most prestigious brands, and that's why I'm very, very curious. If you have any of Roja Dove perfumes, or maybe you know some of these, let me know. And I'm moving on to Danger Essence Parfum. So let me spray it right here, and okay. I don't know if I am correct or not, but it's sandalwoody, and first thing I thought was Samsara by Guerlain, which is one of my most favorite perfumes of all times. This fragrance is just, you know, masterpiece, and I smell the similarity, you know, the luscious ylang-ylang tropical flowers and creaminess of the sandalwood. So it's powdery, but in a very different way, you know, than the previous makeup-y or powdery cosmetic fragrances were. So Danger is like a hit for me, and oh my goodness, I don't know what to do that now I have so many favorites. I definitely need a few of them to add to my collection. I don't know how I'll be able to narrow it down to my top favorites, because so far I liked every single one of them. And we've already smelled the Enigma pour Homme. Now we got the Enigma pour Femme. So I don't know if they're going to be similar or no. I thought maybe this is going to be also woody and you know, this warm spicy type of the fragrance, but it's rather rosy and peachy, juicy, apricot-y. I just smell a lot of peachy vanilla notes. I don't think that this is my favorite. I don't know. I like the masculine version the most. This is not really my type of a thing, so thanks God I don't like literally every single one of them, but I was really excited about this that is called 51 because just of the name I quite like it, and it should be, if I remember correctly, a pretty floral scent, maybe even about white flowers, especially I believe gardenia and tuberose. So this is what I'm expecting from it. And right away, I don't smell any notes picking through, but I smell freshness, maybe like a lemon candy or something, or, you know, just very juicy bergamot. I like that there is, you know, this sparkling citrusy opening. Probably I need to give it some time, but yeah, there is just this juiciness and also sweetness. The majority of these are quite sweet. I know that there are also fresh and green and marine fragrances within Roja Dove collection, but since I prefer powdery, sweet, floral scents, I am really glad that I got all of these. I won't lie, there are similarities between these, and this one smells rather commercial in the way that it's going to be mass appealing. It's not a bad thing, but I found the previous ones just more interesting for me personally. So let's move on to the next, which is called Risqué Essence de Parfum, and these come in very, very nice bottles. Whoa, this is hyacinth. This smells a little bit like, you know, maybe your grandma's fragrance because of something aldehydic, something herbaceous, you know, like fragrances in the past with flowers used to smell. They had this green edge to them, and this is what I smell in here. That's why the first thing I thought about was hyacinth, because it just has that punginess to it. Wow, I like it. I don't know if I would wear it every day, but I would surely love to have a bottle for special occasions or like a travel spray, because this is mature scent. This is what, you know, feminine elegance smells like. Wow. And it's rather herbal. There is not much of sweetness in there, although it's quite powdery. Maybe it is even chypre, you know, with bergamot and oak moss. There is just this badass vibe in there, and I like it. I like it for that. The badassiness is what I stand for. So with that being said, we have 2 fragrances left, and I know that this is a very chatty video, so I hope you enjoy it. And this is Reckless Essence de Parfum. So I know that there is like Reckless and then this version, so it's kind of like a flanker and just modernized take on it, if I'm not wrong. And this is very, very sunny, pleasant, summery, citrusy. Neroli, some orange blossom, maybe some citruses. A light, refreshing fragrance, you know, for the time of the year when you don't want to wear a heavy scent. Yeah, definitely for those who don't love too powdery fragrance and would love to have this freshness. If this is neroli what I'm smelling, then yeah, then that's what it is, because it just has this, you know, floral and at the same time very citrusy vibe, and neroli is the flower that does that. So I'm just getting, you know, Italian vibe smelling this fragrance. You know, if you are going on vacation somewhere to Italy in the summertime, this is the perfect fragrance to take with you. And now, last but not least, the one with very teasing name, Scandal Essence de Parfum. I love how it sounds, and let's check it out. Okay, so this is tuberose right away. This is Scandalia's tuberose. It's about white flowers. Tuberose is in the middle for sure. It's like, you know, dancing and partying and not letting anyone else to, you know, take over the attention, because yeah, it's surely about tuberose, but with some green, you know, like green green twist, so it's not like full on a green fragrance, but there is something green in there that makes it fresher than tuberose can be. It's not overly animalic. It's nice. So right away it was very much of a tuberose, and for now it's rather pleasant. So, oh yeah, good that I sprayed it all over myself, because I feel that it goes really well with my green look, because the fragrance is sort of like a green tuberose for me. And I personally haven't smelled that many green takes on tuberose, so this is actually pretty interesting to discover, as it was for me with all Roja Dove perfumes. And I gotta be honest with you, I liked, as you've already seen, everything. I had some top favorites that would be definitely Enigma for Homme. Oh my goodness, this is phenomenal. I loved Nuva, that sort of vintage and at the same time very pleasantly fresh oriental rose scent. The first one, Britannia, which reminded me of lipstick, was amazing too. And I also enjoyed a few of these travel sprays. The Sweetie would turn out to be a very, how should I say, you know, like the fragrance that you need to take time with. So I will be playing with these and come back to you and tell you more about them. But for now, I hope you enjoyed watching my first impressions on Roja Dove fragrances that are very luxurious, that are very high-end, and I won't lie, I would love to have a few bottles of the ones I discovered for myself in my collection. So please let me know if you have any of the ones I've tested with you today, or something else that you could recommend me. And if you have any questions left, then just drop me a comment. I would love to get back to you and chat with you, because as you know, your feedback is highly appreciated. So if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. And if you want to follow me on my social media, then we can stay in touch there. And thank you so much for watching this chatty and pretty long video, and make sure to stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other in the next one really soon. Bye guys.